lawyer. I have some downtime now. I'm walking to the train station. If anyone wants to ask any questions, it's an open live for everyone. Anyone joining can ask any questions if you wish to. To begin with, I will take any normal line of questioning, common questions that I've got on the channel. If there is any disturbance in the voice, let me know. I'm using this system for the first time. Okay, so the general, anyone, thank you for joining live. Anyone coming live can ask your questions. I have some downtime. In general, I will address some of the issues that I've seen, common questions on the channel. I have about 15 minutes to answer the questions. I will be live 15 minutes or maybe more. Yeah, slightly more. So, about the care worker visas, that I think I made a video a week or so before sometime, where sponsor licenses are cancelled for someone who has a care work visa. I know many people are asking me questions which I really cannot answer because I don't have the answers to. So just to summarize, any care work sponsors who have lost their sponsor licenses, Home Office has confirmed to us that though they have revoked the license, the standard usual process would be they also revoke the skilled workers, the care workers visa. But Home Office has confirmed, so this was just about a month ago when I was also in the meeting through Immigration Lawyers Association, and they did confirm that they are not issuing any curtailment emails, and they would write to every person who has been affected by that cancellation of the sponsor license. And I don't know what they are going to do, but they are going to write to them individually. They are not going to cancel them. I think they will give them alternate opportunities for work or something. I don't know exactly, but I know some of them have also told on the channel that they have received such emails that the sponsor has lost the license and another department will write to you. Till that time your visa is valid, something like that. I remember some of the members on the channel, they did write about this. So that is one thing, that is a common line of questioning. Anyone coming live can ask your questions. Another one is about the other recent ones that I am seeing. Usually, if your visa is curtailed, and are you allowed to travel? So this is another line of questioning that I've got. I'm just trying to remember what are the common questions that I've got. If your visa is curtailed, can you travel out of the UK? I always advise against it, and since if you come back to the UK on a visa that is curtailed, the immigration officer may not allow you to enter the UK. So the grace period only applies if you are inside the UK for the 60-day period. Another questioning on similar things is, if your visa is not curtailed but you are no longer working for your sponsor, for example, you are made redundant, number one, or sponsor lost license or whatever happened, you are not in compliance of your skilled worker visa, then on that front also I would always advise against traveling outside the UK, because if the immigration officer does question you and they do investigation randomly, also they pick up people without any reasons because they have to do their job, they have to do some random checks as well. So if you are stuck and if they don't believe that you are genuinely coming back to work with your sponsor, they may not allow you. So these are some types of questions that I've got. What else? FLRMs, yes. Anyone coming live can ask their questions. By the time I'm just covering some standard, many repeated questions I've got. Another point that I have been asked more about on the channel is, if FLRM visas, yes, FLRMs, what is that? FLROs, further leave to remain others, yeah. Individuals buying time with these applications, further leave to remain, Home Office has started refusing those applications. Okay, wait for the train to go. Okay, so Home Office has started refusing those applications. I've seen several refusals, I think last week, previous week also, where individuals have done something themselves, filed a further leave for whatever reasons. They didn't have any other options to live in the UK at the point of their visa expiry. They filed these FLRMs without any reason and just to buy time. I think the refusals that I saw were from April, I think so. And so I think the applications were filed around April, May sometime, and the refusals have started to come through in November, I think. So approximately 6 months or so. So Home Office, previously they used to sit on these FLRMs for a long time. I remember I had made another video about a year ago or 6 months ago, where I had seen refusals of these FLRMs after a period of 1.5 years, 2 years and all also, where they did refuse those. And in that case, they would put the applicant on immigration bail immediately. That's the same thing they are doing now. The refusal that I saw, I think, latest ones, last 1 or 2 weeks, they state in the refusal letter that the FLR application is refused and that you are put on immigration bail from today. So if today is the date of decision, from today only they will put you on immigration bail. The problem with immigration bail is that you cannot switch into any other visa category from inside UK. Hi, Clawhand. Thank you for joining. So the problem with immigration bail is that as soon as you are put on that, you won't be able to switch on to any other visa category from inside the UK. So that is where you end up. Hence, I always advise against filing these FLRs and all these for buying time. If you have a genuine reason, then you should, for example, let's say you are on a graduate route, you are on a student visa, your results are delayed, reset, whatever that is. If you are waiting for the result, visa is expired, pending decisions, applications can be filed. So that is possible. Speak to immigration lawyers, you can take advice from us or any other lawyer. Also, if you are switching into a skilled worker visa, your employer doesn't have a sponsor license, they are just filing it, or they don't have a cost, they have filed for it. All those things are workable, time can be bought, Home Office situation can be explained to the case working team, etc. But just filing these FLRs or fee waivers, fee waiver is a different thing completely, and that is also the weird one. I would always advise against them just to buy time. Okay, so I have some downtime. I have about 10 more minutes. Anyone coming live can ask their question. How can Beast? Hi everyone. Beast, how can I find a John in the UK? I think you mean you want to find a job in the UK. I cannot help you with finding jobs. I'm just an immigration lawyer, but yeah, maybe look at the website, the recruitment sites, etc. That's the only way that I can suggest. Yeah, finding a job in the UK, I may not be the right person. I'm an immigration lawyer. I deal with visa, citizenship, appeals and everything. So that is not my forte. But yeah, websites, internet portals, whichever are these job boards, those would be your best bet. If you're trying to find something in the healthcare, NHS website, National Health Service website is another one. Okay, next question, Celestina. I'm on a skilled worker visa and I failed to prove the sole responsibility for my son. Yes, so they may have refused the application. That is quite common. Yeah, this is another common area that I get questions on. Unless both the parents are coming to the UK, or the parent who is in the UK or is coming to the UK has sole responsibility for the child will not be allowed to come to the UK. So this is a common one, I know. Other lawyers do this trial error and they file it. Every time Home Office will refuse that application. So if you don't have sole responsibility for the child, then the child will not be able to join you unless the other parent also comes. Yeah, sorry Celestina, unless you have sole responsibility, it is a very difficult one. And sole responsibility means sole responsibility. Either you should get it from a court. If you are divorced, somehow you have to get it. If the other parent is there in the home country, and if the child is living with them, you can't just bring the child to the UK. That is not usually, they would not allow. It's not just in the immigration rules, it's also section 55 of the child protection, all those rules, etc. So okay, you are fighting the case for divorce. Unless your divorce is finalized and the judge, you have a decree, whatever, a court order from the judge stating that you have sole responsibility, custody for the child, that can be used. Till that time, it may not be possible for you to bring the child. Because the Home Office will also follow the judges, whatever the judge has decided. Yeah, I see that your child lives with your parents. But yeah, anyone coming to the UK, if you want to bring any child, doesn't matter whoever child it is, you need proper authority from both the parents, unless the parent has the sole responsibility who is bringing it. So the court order is the only option for you when your divorce is finalized. Okay, anyone coming live can ask their questions. I have about 5-6 minutes to the train station. So this is Sachin Sawant, immigration lawyer, UK immigration lawyer. We do appeals, applications, everything, advice sessions. And if you do like this live or the channel, do subscribe to it. Should I cross the road? No. Okay. Okay, let me cross and I will look at the question. Do we get any ban to enter UK after we get immigration bail? Ban to enter UK. So once you have immigration bail, ideal situation would be you should leave the UK or they would remove you. So the idea of immigration bail is you are liable for removal. So that is the definition of, in simple words I can say. What does immigration bail mean? You are liable for removal from the UK, and whatever period you are in the UK, you are just kind of a bail. Think of it, if someone is arrested and they are released on bail. The same way, the UK Home Office wants to remove you from the UK, not necessarily deportation. Deportation is a different thing. Let's say administrative removal. So they don't have time or they haven't got to it. So you have been given temporary admission, bail. So the adverse impact is, the longer you stay beyond the bail period, that would be counted as overstay, definitely, from the point your bail is issued. So let's say your FLR application is refused today. From today, you should ideally leave the UK. The period that you stay beyond this, in this bail period, that will be treated as an overstay. So you will be subject to whatever overstay bans that are. For example, you stay more than 90 days beyond the bail start period. Just 1 minute. So let's say you overstay for 90 days, more than 90 days beyond today, you got a refusal today and you're put on bail today, then you have overstayed for more than 90 days, you would be banned for, I think, 1 year, if I'm not wrong. Yeah. So that's how the bail would affect your overstay counting. Okay. Celestina, can I apply for ILR after 2 years, or it is still 5 years? Skilled worker ILR is still 5 years. It is not 2 years. I'm not sure I've heard all these rumors, but from the Home Office I've heard nothing. We regularly communicate with Home Office through our Immigration Lawyers Association. There is no such update or intention. So 5 years is the point where Home Office is happy with it. Yeah. So I don't think it's going to change. Nothing in discussion. Okay. Anyone joining live can ask your questions. I have some downtime. Do subscribe to our channel. If you want your specific situation, advice, book a consultation with us. Thank you, Celestina. Good luck. And I'll just take some general questions that I remember from the channel. Across the road. Many crossings. Okay. Jeffin. Does voluntary return service help with the ban? It doesn't help you with the ban. If you have decided to leave the UK, the reasonable explanation would be, let's say I got a refusal today, my application is refused, I'm put on bail. If you have decided to leave the UK, follow the process of the VRS. I think you call them, you send them an e-ticket, book your ticket, send it to them, and that's how I think it works out. I have not done it myself, but I know that's how they ask for an e-ticket, and then if they have your passport, they will send it to the airport. If you have your passport, you can leave by yourself. I don't think you have to inform VRS, that voluntary return service. It doesn't help, it doesn't change anything whether you VR is mainly for people who don't have a passport. That's how I would put it. If you have your passport with you, you can leave the UK yourself. You don't have to engage with the VRS, voluntary return service. Okay. Which card? 1 minute, I have to tap through. Anyone who is watching live, this is how UK train stations are. Okay. By the time any questions come, I'm just showing around. Thank you, Jeffy. I'm just going down the stairs. I'll talk about the 20-hour supplementary employment once I reach a still spot. Give me 2 minutes. Just checking my train. Okay. Where do I have to go? Just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. I hope I'm live. Firing done. Let me just check my train. Has to go to town. Firing done. 10:30. First one. Okay. I have 10 minutes for my train to arrive. By the time I may take some questions, I'll discuss about the supplementary employment. If my voice is not clear, let me know. So, firstly, you are only allowed to work in that 20 hours employment, additional supplementary employment. What is it called? So, the supplementary employment is only allowed if you are working for your main job. For example, you have a skilled worker visa, care worker visa, whatever sponsorship visa you have, and you are contracted to work, let's say 37.5 hours, for example. If you are working those 37.5 hours with your main employer, the sponsor, only then you can work 20 hours. I know this is a common fraud going on nowadays. Individuals are selling these visas that I have heard of. Someone who is on a graduate route or student, they want to go on to a skilled worker visa. Random people, I don't know, who have sponsor licenses, small business and all, they are trying to sell these sponsored visas, and they say, I don't know what they are doing, tax runs or something, but what they are telling people is that get this visa and work 20 hours anywhere else. You cannot do that. If you're not working with your main sponsor for 37.5 hours, you are in breach of compliance and you cannot be working with the other whoever that is 20 hours with any other employer. So okay, so this is a very important point. I know that people have been tricked into this. There's another fraud going on in the UK now. These frauds just follow one after other. Last 2 3 years, it was that care worker visa fraud from all over the world. People were brought in by these fraudulent companies, whatever were set up, some care homes also, and some other types of companies. Now this new fraud is happening inside the UK. That because I think Home Office changed the rules around April 4th April, when the rules changed, they allowed supplementary employment in any skilled occupation. Earlier, there was a restriction, you can only work in shortage occupation or in your own occupation. But now, since the Home Office has changed and it says you can work in any skilled occupation, many people are trying to do this fraud inside UK. They are trying to sell these skilled worker visas and they are selling that 20 hours saying I cannot give you work but you can go and work anywhere else for 20 hours. You cannot work for 20 hours if you are not working with your main employer for the contracted hours. So this is a very important point. You will be in breach. Home Office will come to this with terms. This is a new thing that is starting because the rules changed in April and 20-hour supplemental was allowed in any skilled occupation. And now this is every time, yeah, people find new ways of doing all these frauds. So this is a new fraud. This will build up over a year or one period, 1 year or something, one and a half year. Home Office will start knowing about this. They will start cancelling everyone's visas who is not working with the sponsor and trying to work somewhere else. They may find it anyway. They may find it through the audit of that employer. They are anyways cancelling. Home Office is, this is also the latest. Home Office cancelling about 1200 to 1300 sponsor licenses every month. Many of them are fraudulent and whatever that is, consulting firms, umbrella companies, whatever is happening. So they are doing this left, right, center. The enforcement team is very busy cancelling sponsor licenses of all these fraudulent areas or employers who cannot give work and have just issued courses or given the visas. So be mindful of that. Don't fall prey for any buying or selling of these visas and all. Sometimes it is much better to leave the UK, sort it out, and then come back. I know that no one agrees with me on this, but I know individuals who have done this in the past, many of them. So this is my wise advice. Many times, if you are on a graduate route, you still get the new entrant benefit for further 2 years after the end of your graduate route visa. If you are on a student visa, you still get the benefit of new entrant salary for I think for up to 4 years. It is you can use it up to 2 years. Even if you leave after the end of your visa, up to 2 years, you can apply for a skilled worker visa and still get a new entrant salary, the lower salary. Okay, I'm just checking my train. So very important point on skilled worker supplementary employment history. Okay, so that is on the skilled worker area. Financial requirement, 29,000. Just touching on all the different types of visas and what is happening. There is a MAC consultation going on. I urge everyone who is watching this video live or even after it is recorded, do put your comments. I have made another video. I'll just edit it and put it during this week. I will try to find it. I know I've made several videos. As soon as I get some time, I'll edit and post it. So there is a MAC advisory committee consultation going on about the 29,000 financial requirement threshold for 5-year family route applications. Do put your views on that, whether you are a part of the visa ever or not, whatever you feel about it. The MAC is going to take all the information and they are going to go back and decide what future changes should be made, whether it should be reduced to 18,600 or minimum wage or whatever is going to happen. But every lawyers are encouraged. We have already filled up our side. Definitely every individual can also fill up. 1, 2, 3, Fahrenheit. Okay, I'm looking at my train. Sorry. So do fill up. Even if you have ever applied for a spouse visa, a family member has applied, or even you have never applied for a spouse visa, you are living in the UK, and if you are a British citizen or even you are a migrant, doesn't matter. Whatever your opinions are, you should voice it out in that consultation, and it will be taken into account when they. The intention is to look at that 29,000 financial requirement and try to see if it is working. If not, it will be changed. It will definitely be changed. That's how the UK works. So the more, I'm not saying you have to always talk against it. If you favor it, you talk about it. If you don't favor it, you say accordingly. we lawyers have a consensus that it should be reduced. It is being difficult for families to integrate together and all of that. So yes, my train has come. I will go in and continue maybe. Okay, I will have a break in between, maybe 1 30 seconds while I get in, but I will continue the live. Does voluntary return service help? No, that's I've answered that one. Let's see. Okay, so let me take off my bag. Okay, I will be live for some time now, maybe 5 minutes or so. And after that, I will go in a tunnel, I think so, when I go into central London. Yeah. So, other general things that I have observed is spouse visa, financial requirement. Yeah, another question, line of questioning on dependent partners. Okay, I will wait for this announcement to complete. Okay, so if you are updating your skilled worker visa, you are changing employment, then only the main applicant is required to change employment. Make an application if the dependent partner or dependent children already have permissions which are valid for a longer period. Um, let's say you got a 3 year visa, and after 1 year of the visa period you decided to change employer, only the main applicant is required to change and make the application. The dependents can continue and have their permissions till the time they end, and then they can extend it in future. So this is an important one. People make mistakes. We have clarified this with home office. The dependents don't have to apply, they can apply whenever their permission ends. This applies to every points based application. So student would be very less scenarios, but still it would apply to student, or let's say, yeah, especially it is applicable in case of skilled worker visas when you change employments. um, what else? Another thing that I have seen, okay, Rajesh Kumar, live question. I'm on a graduate route and wanted to apply on discount salary skilled worker visa. What year skilled worker visa? What year skilled worker visa should I apply? 2, 3, or 5? Graduate route, they will only give up to further 2 years from the end date of your graduate route visa. So you can only get 2 years in future. That's how it works out. And the way to calculate it would be, yeah, I think for that, for the exact dates, usually book a consultation with us or any other lawyer, but 2 years is the maximum that you can get as a new entrant. If you are not getting the new entrant discount, then you can apply for 5 years also, doesn't matter. But you are applying with the new entrant discount, maximum 2 years you can apply for the visa. Silva. Yes, Silva. Hope you remember. Yes, I remember you, Silva. You were a member, I think. I've dissolved all the memberships. I have, yeah, undone, and maybe I will redo another membership model. Yeah. Can I contact MP to sort out issue to dependent? Yeah, I remember. This is the third time you are asking this question. Contact MP to sort out the issue. Dependent visa valid, and because she can't visit other countries until received reply on admin review. Yeah, if her visa is expiring, then you have a traveling issue. But if her permission is valid, you can use that permission. I don't think Home Office is going to stop her. I think her permission is ending or something, whatever that is. But if her permission is valid, though it is a wrong permission end date, you can use that. You can contact the MP, but I'm not sure how much the MP would be able to help to expedite the admin review. Yeah, because MPs can only help with, yeah, you can try them. Definitely they have an internal email that they can directly write to the Home Office to ask for status on any application. But if you are on an admin review queue, and that's the maximum that they can ask, can you please provide an update? Or because if you are, it's basically in the order of receipt. So if you are standing in the queue for admin review, Home Office may not expedite just because the MP tells them. I don't think so. Uh, and traveling outside the UK is not an emergency for the Home Office, to the best of my understanding. So, yes, you can try and escalate it through the MP. That is fine. Mm. Yeah, see whatever comes out of that, they can try to escalate it. What else? I move, my train may go anytime in the tunnel, so it may end abruptly. I will try and answer whatever I can. What is the condition on my partner couple to apply for dependent vaccinations? Vaccinations, visa, one skill. If you are on a graduate route visa, you cannot apply for a dependent partner, whether unmarried or married. Once you get the skilled worker visa, then you may be able to sponsor your family member. For unmarried couples, I think I made some 2 years cohabitation is preferred, if not at least 2 years of durable relationship. So you should be in a relationship at least for 2 years and prove it in different ways. There is another video I think I released last week for durable partners or unmarried partners, something cohabitation evidence. Search for cohabitation and it should come up. So I've explained what type of evidence you can use, alternative e-tickets or anything else. But minimum 2 years of durable relationship before the date of application is required when you sponsor your dependent partner on the skilled worker dependent. You cannot sponsor anyone on graduate route dependent. There is no graduate route dependent category per se directly, unless they were with you on the student visa and they continued it. So that's a different thing. Um, and what else? Other things. Yeah, financial requirement for students is increasing. I've made a different shot on that. You can watch that on the numbers. Bubakar, okay, I got letter from GP stating that I'm the emergency contact of my child, 5 months old baby, who's British, not in school age. Yes, that evidence should be a considerable evidence. I have worked with such letters before in the past. You can speak to any immigration lawyer or you can book a consultation with us and we can take on the matter. And that GP letter that you are referring to, I have used it many times. That's fine. That is a reasonable evidence. I think they will accept it, but make sure you do it through a proper lawyers who explain the facts and also stress on the GP letter and ask them to accept it. Some caseworkers are weird, but that should be a reasonable evidence that you have got. Okay, Nectar boy. I came Indian care worker visa 2023, but now my company license has been revoked, and my wife has a company license. My wife has a care job that may likely sponsor early next year, and I switched to her dependent. I came 2023. Yeah, you came 2023, but then when you switch to your wife's dependent, at that time you will be under the new rules because your wife will become a main applicant under the new rules, so she cannot sponsor you. You won't be able to apply for a dependent if she is switching to a care worker visa, any of those 613536 or whatever that those two job codes are. So she cannot sponsor you as a dependent, remember. She should get some other type of work. Uh, so we both can apply as primary and dependent visa. First, any of us should get a work visa. Yes, first get a skilled worker visa and then sponsor the dependent. Yeah, or let me think. If I'm switching, both are graduate route. So, fine. You can apply parallelly also. Yeah, yeah. Take proper advice on this. This is not immigration advice, but yeah, I know. Yeah, if I'm doing it, I would do it together. Main applicant plus dependent at the same time. So I know both are undergraduate. One is becoming a dependent. That is fine. It would go together with the skilled workers application, or you can do it afterwards. Doesn't matter. And how long does the parent visa application take? And then overstayers would take about 12 months or so, approximately 12 months or even more. There is no service timeline from the home office. They say, yeah, there is no decided timeline. 12 months is what you should be expecting, approximately 80% chances, if not slightly longer than that. Okay. Okay, thank you, Rajesh. Okay, I will try to get down. My train will go internal, but after I get down, I will have a walk of about 15 minutes, I think. I'll start the live again. There will be a gap of, I think, 10-15 minutes while the train is in central London in the undergrounds. So, yeah, it may end up abruptly, but then, yeah, I will restart it at least for a 15-minute period because I have to walk. Yeah. Still going. Okay, the tunnel has come, so Okay, no other questions as of now. Anyone having any questions can ask them. I will start discussing some new topics once I'm out and I'm walking. Where are you based? Hello. I think I am live. If I am live, just wait for a minute. I think I am live. Hello everyone. Just I think I am back on the live. Good. I have about 15 more minutes. I have to see my way through also. 1 minute. Stand on the corner. Okay, I think I am back in the live. Okay, I think I am back in the live. If you have any questions, anyone joining live can ask their questions. I have 14 minutes ATA. So for 14 minutes, I will answer any questions. Okay, there are some questions. Let me take. Where are you based? So we are based in London, but 95% of our work is done from home. I work mostly from home. Yeah, so right now it is all remote work, sharing files, cloud storage, emails, video calls, and everything. But yeah, our offices are in London. So next question, Nectar Boy. Hello, hello, hello. Nectar Boy, what's the update on those who revoke sponsors in the UK? I'm trying to read this question. What's the update on those with revoked sponsors in the UK? Not creating alternative government sponsorship. Yeah, Nectar Boy, your comment is fine. Thank you for your comments. Okay, turn left onto Peter's Lane. Where is Peter's Lane? Okay. Sorry, I am also using navigation to walk. Uh, Vijay Reddy. Hi, sir. My baby was born in the UK. He is 4 years old and don't have passport. No passport. Mother is in India. My husband. No. So, do you mean you want to apply for an Indian passport? Yes, you can apply for an Indian passport, but with the 4 year child, you cannot apply any UK passport, even if the child is in the UK. So, that is my answer for that. Nektaba, I'm watching. Is that right? Yeah, the looping video maybe because the problem because the tube entered the underground. Yeah, and it was out of network. So, sorry about that. Turn right on St. John's Lane. Okay, Naveen. Well, sir, doing? I'm very well, Naveen. How are you? I just want to know what savings options I should adopt in UK. Savings options. that is what I talk about in my personal channel. Maybe subscribe to that. I have made some savings videos and all. Yeah. So I don't know. It depends what is sharp left on St. John Street. This should be St. John Street. Just 1 minute. St. John Street is this one. So, yes, this one. Okay. Sorry about the savings investments and all. I usually talk on my personal channel. I think so. Yeah, I haven't got to making any more videos. But then, yeah, ISAs and all are the best ones. If you are thinking of living in the UK in the long run, pensions is there. If you are self-employed like I am, there is a self-employed SIPP. Yeah, that is a short form of it. Yeah, you put in yourself in pension If you're employed, then you have employer's pension. You can also contribute more. ISA is there. For kids, definitely save. Everyone I recommend. I have started savings for my kids since they are born. Our fourth child, he's just born. He's 2 months old. I'm going to make his OCI. I'm going to the Indian VFS office in Angel, Farringdon. Yeah. But yeah, start saving for your kids since they are born. Even if it is £5, I don't care. Yeah. But do save. About investments and all, I may talk in my personal channel. So Naveen, thank you for your question. But yeah, I will try to focus on immigration law in this one. You can subscribe to my personal channel where I talk about self-development, goal setting, productivity, etc., that I study and practice. Okay, Nectar boy, I'll just take his question. I think it would be great for government to sell. Yeah, I've taken your point, Nectar boy. Yeah, this is for the government. It's a comment from you, and the government has to decide on that. Yeah. Savings options, yeah, you don't get much interest, but then yeah, in the long run, if you want to put, I don't know, Vanguard savings are one of those where you can open Vanguard and keep on it for the longer run. I think that's what I have, some of them. Okay. Any other immigration questions? Vijay Reddy, my husband has been overstaying in UK since 2 months. Planning to come to UK on the basis of visa with my husband for stay. Your husband's visa. So the question is, her husband is overstayed in the UK for 2 years. She is getting a skilled worker visa and entering the UK from outside UK. So will that his husband's overstay impact her? It may impact her if they want to check the genuineness of the job, genuineness of your skills. If you have purchased the skilled worker or anything, they would definitely investigate that. But yes, definitely you can. As per the immigration rules, I'll answer that just 1 minute. I have to just see my navigation and I will answer it. Question. As per the immigration rules, it should not have any bearing here, but I'm 100% sure the caseworker will be looking around when you answer the questions. Do you have any family in the UK? And you have to answer everything genuinely. If you do answer it incorrectly, it will have impact on your future applications or even on this one, because your husband may have written on his application that you are a partner, etc. You have to give all the facts correctly. So it would deal with it. So that is deal with it. So that is very, very important. Firstly, explain all your facts to your immigration lawyer. You can book a consultation with us, do it with us or any other lawyer, but make sure you have a proper lawyer who is representing and addressing all the aspects, and you're also informing, basically telling home office that your husband's overstay shall not affect you. It is a difficult one because if your husband is overstaying, I don't know how about intentions, genuineness, those things may come in question. But if you have everything genuine on your visa, your skilled worker visa, then I think it should work out. Yeah. So you can file it through an immigration lawyer and get it done, or at least take advice on it, giving all the facts of your case. Mainly, it does matter. Your husband's case is very clear, he's overstayed. But your case, how did you get the job? Salaries, sponsor is genuine, anything and everything. So I hope I'm going on the right path. Rasoi India. Just a minute, let me just check my way. Okay, I'm crossing the road. By the time any questions, anyone joining can ask me. I think I have about 5-7 minutes to reach the VFS office for Indian OCIs. I'm going to have an experience there, I know. For your comment. Okay. I see Indian people going, so I think Indian embassy, VFS office, not embassy, should be here. Other general questions, I think I've already reached somewhere. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, other general things that I have observed. Yes, don't file FLRMs just to buy time. You will mess up your immigration situation. You will become an overstayer. As soon as they refuse it, they will put you on immigration bail. It has started happening. They are taking 6 months, 5 to 6 months processing time. I think as of today, they may also start doing within 3 months or even 2 months. Yeah, so I was talking about FLRs. Don't file FLRs unnecessarily. They are only for emergency reasons. You are hospitalized, medical reasons, you have an accident, whatever that is. You are unable to travel for any reason, not just because I don't have a visa and I want to live. Thank you very much whoever joined live. If it is possible, I may go live inside if they allow me. I don't think they will, but yeah, this is the Indian visa office. Yeah, and I have to be in the queue now. And let's see what is happening. Anyone coming live can ask their questions. I think I have to be in a long queue before I get sorted. So this is how it looks at the Indian QFS office. Yeah, and the people standing. Even I have to wait. Let us see what is happening over here.